I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. Today, we're talking about wellness. How many times a week do you actually need to be training quads, hamstrings, glutes? And what's an actual training split look like? We're covering it all today on the Iron Palace. Thanks for tuning in, fam. This is the Iron Palace. Every Tuesday I come on here and we talk about your training. Today we're going to continue our trend with wellness, and we're doing wellness all week, so make sure you subscribe. I'm doing videos all the time for you out here. This is one of 5 I do every single week, all right? So subscribe to this channel, and if you get anything out of it, do me a favor, share the video. It's really trying to grow here, you guys. My subscriber base is not growing that much recently, all right? Let's talk a little bit about wellness now. All right, so we're going to talk today about wellness training. One of the biggest questions I get all the time is how many times a week do you actually need to train the lower body, right? Everybody's trying to figure this out. Is it one crazy big leg day? Is it 2 days a week? Is it 3? Is it 4? Do you do glutes every single day, right? Stuff like this comes up. So I'm going to answer that question for you. And we're going to start with making sure you understand the criteria of the wellness division, all right? So wellness division is, really gaining some traction now. A lot of people involved, a lot of competitors competing. We just saw the first, actual full wellness pro show, like where we might see the next wellness Olympia, that was just last week. We just got a taste of what this division is really shaping out to be, and that's really, really exciting stuff, all right? So wellness is a version of bikini that is more lower body dominant. And the reason we say a version of bikini is because bikini's been around a long time. A lot of people know, exactly what bikini is, how it kind of looks. It's not a lot of muscular density, like it's not the most muscled female division at all, and it's not the most conditioned. It's, this look of aesthetics and this hourglass shape and all of the symmetry that has to match. Now, wellness came along and, kind of changed that up. It really became more of this hourglass with an over-dominant lower body. So really developed quads, really developed glutes, really developed hamstrings. This is a lot of muscular density. But the rest of a wellness competitor, physique is really similar to bikini. It's not a lot more muscularity up top, not any changes to conditioning, not any changes to the midsection, anything like that. It really just has to come from this lower body dominance. And that comes literally from being, having wellness be the only asymmetrical women's division we got. Every other division is all about symmetry, all about that proportion, all about, everything matching. Well, here, they literally want to see you be out of symmetry. They want more dominance lower body. All right, so it's really important to understand that. When we talk about specific training splits, we got to take into consideration each individual athlete. Now, there's variances in how many times you're actually going to want to train specific body parts, aka legs, lower body, quads, glutes, hamstrings, depending on where you're actually starting, where you're actually coming from, where you already are in your journey. Somebody that has really good muscular density already can probably get away with training lower body less times a week versus somebody that's, starting from scratch, they got a lot of muscle to build, right? So there's a variance in each type of physique, and you really got to know exactly where you're at. Let's talk specifically about some splits, though, right when I get back.
TeamFFLEX.com presents a revolution in the online competition coaching experience. Contest prep has been redefined. From anywhere around the world, at the touch of a button, your entire totally custom coaching experience built just for you. Constantly monitored and adapted by your own expert competition coach. The most complete competition coaching experience awaits you now. Go to TeamFFLEX.com and try it free.
So you definitely want to make sure you factored in that customization and that personalization. It depends where you're at in your journey. Are you in the first phases where maybe right now you're just building, just trying to even attain this muscle in the first place? That's going to change how many days a week you're going to train your lower body. Are you one of these people that are going in your first prep? You got a show coming up. You already built the muscle. Now you're going to stage. It's going to change how many times a week you got to train the lower body. Same for if you're going for a pro card, you're already a pro. Where you're at in your journey versus where you need to be is really what the first steps are when it comes to building a split. Now, I can tell you guys, just give you a little bit of a gist, an idea of what I have been doing with our wellness athletes that have been most successful on stage. All right, so basically what I have seen Lower body should be trained 2 to 3 days a week for most people. All right, this is going to vary. Again, like I said, for each person, you want to have customization and programming and all that. It's great to have a coach. You know, if you want to check out a split that I suggest specifically for you, make sure you sign up for my free trial at TeamFFLEX.com, and we can do that. But, you know, 2 to 3 days a week, lower body tends to be the sweet spot. And this generally is going to be a focus, you know, on the anterior and posterior chain. So a day where we focus a lot on maybe just the quads, really just hammering out the quads, you know, trying to get that shape, that size. It's so important. And if you spend a lot of time and energy on that, that's really how you end up growing the legs. And then another day that focuses, you know, specifically on posterior chain. So you're talking about glutes, hamstrings at this point. Really targeting these areas, getting that development, getting that roundness, getting that density that you need to have in the wellness division. And then, you know, a third day could be more specificity for specific areas, maybe weak points you need to bring up, or overall just another day to hit the lower body. Maybe do a little bit of quads, hamstrings, and glutes this day. Now, this is, again, different for each person, and what becomes very important is that recovery variable. So you might say, all right, we got 3 days a week. You got to take at least a day off between these. So usually what I end up doing when I got a wellness athlete is I'm putting on a maybe, you know, a 3 day. If I put them on a 3 day split, it's going to go like this, where I'm saying, all right, you're doing 3 days lower body. We want to hit those. We're going to go ahead and do upper body on the days between, and we're going to take a rest day, in other words, right? You're going to let your body recover. There's definitely some things I can tell you about splits you don't want to do. You do not want to train legs every day. You're just never going to allow for that recovery. You're never going to get wellness development on the lower body, and you also don't want to train too little, right? You want to make sure that you're training at full capacity, optimizing the amount of, you know, effort you can put into your training, the amount you can grow, and then also the amount that you're going to be able to recover, which is going to actually make sure that growth happens. All right, so the perfect training split is a balance between intensity and recovery, and you got to remember that all around. So as far as upper body goes, I will tell you this, with most wellness athletes I got, it's 2 days a week. We're focusing on shoulders, back, you know, shoulders, arms, things like this. The shoulders become important in this division to create that upper body shape and size, but I even have some wellness athletes where I'm having them do only one upper body day a week, and we're really just hammering legs, you know, maybe 3 days of lower body and 1 day of upper. So it's really just different for each person. You got to be able to look and understand exactly where you're at in your journey and know where you need to be and know where you need to improve on. So if you want to check anything like this out, go to our website right now, TeamFFLEX.com. I can show you a split that I would suggest for you to get you where you want to be on the wellness stage. All right, make sure you subscribe to my channel and please share the video. Subscribe if you have not yet, you guys. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm putting a lot of time and effort here, and I want to see those subscriber counts go up. All right, thanks for watching. Coach Rye is out.